Nate here with the Outer Range YouTube channel. Welcome to the American Southwest. Over the next few days, my son and I find an ancient tribal castle. We then find an elevated structure that looks as if it was visited by skinwalkers, and unbelievably, we find our greatest archaeological discovery to date, a fully intact clay vessel hidden and undisturbed for at least 1,000 years, and all of that on this video. There's a pot right there, right there. Hey guys, we're back on the hunt today. I had a friend tell me about a structure back here that sits on top of a boulder. Now I'm in an area I've never been before, but you know me and my son, we're always trying to find those hidden, out of the way places that others don't know about, because it's part of the hunt. That's what we love. So let's go check out and see what we can find today. Yeah. Big canyon country, but covered in cedar trees. These cedars make it a little bit difficult to find structures and other identifiable objects that tell you you're in the right area. Look here. There would be some elk tracks right there. From the last rain. Strange to think they're living probably up on those benches. Holds a lot of wildlife. Oh my goodness. Well, that didn't take long. Always helps when you have someone pointing you in the right direction. Look at that. Now that's going to be very interesting because it's right on top of that rock. And look at these canyons around here. So it's not a lookout tower because obviously that would be up. Huh. Well, let's go see what it is. So my first thought from back here is it really old? Like, are we talking ancient Puebloans, or is it a little bit later time period? So let's go find out. Huh. Wow. What an oddity. Just sitting on that boulder. Here in the middle of this canyon, my very first thought is some type of ceremonial purpose. I mean, it's like they took the midpoint, the way this canyon curves around here, right here, it ends right there. And they took the midpoint, and this boulder was here. So second thought, I guess, the stonework looks vastly different from what I've seen before. But I think, you know, I haven't been in this canyon system before, so I think it's just whatever stones were available. This is absolutely wild. What do you got, buddy? What? Oh, man, I walked right by that. I didn't even see that. Definitely sharpening marks right there. Okay, as you all know, we have seen a lot of amazing structures for sure. This one here, yeah, please go over there for size reference. This one is, there's a size reference for you. I wonder how they got up there. That is so interesting. Right here is an elk skull. No petroglyphs yet. Here's the way up right here, isn't it? There's Moki steps right here. Look, 1, 2, 3. They're so worn. Man, this is old.
It is ancient, isn't it?
Yes. It's so worn though. Check it out. There's no grip. So you saw me we just found the elk skull a few minutes ago. Over here is another skull. Looking at it closely, at first I thought it was a bear skull because that's what my friend was hunting in the area, is bears, but I think this is a deer skull. It's fairly deteriorated here. It's really kind of hard to tell at that point. But just so you can see, it's kind of odd that there's the dwelling. Here's the skull. The elk skull was right on the other side of it, just on the other side. As I mentioned before, this structure and placement is unique to others I have come across. The location was not hidden from sight, but it was elevated out of reach. So what was the fear here? Was there a simple explanation such as flood, building out of an area that often was covered with water? Or was it elevated because of animals? Or was it something more extreme, like skinwalkers? The skulls with no other bones was very strange. And whether we believe in skinwalkers or not, there is clear evidence that this culture did. Guys, this turned out to be a remarkable day. It looks like we just glassed up another. You see just the tops of it right there. Hard to see, it's a long ways away. But it looks like there's another Pueblo style structure. So we got some time left. We're gonna go check it out. My son's like, whoa, he's got a little better eyesight than I do. And, oh, well, look, it's just because I'm blind. What is that? Built right on top of another boulder. This is crazy. I mean, we're in a new area. So this type of structure is a little foreign to us at this moment. Just right out in the wide open. Huh. Wow. What is going on here?
Yeah, this is gonna be all drone.
You know, the other one we saw earlier, you couldn't get to it. I did see those Moki steps. This one, well, from this side, certainly doesn't look accessible. Wow, what have we come across? Okay, nice. Okay, Noah's up there for reference, and look at this. Okay, it's getting late, but there's these logs here. I think I can get up over that, so let's see. We're gonna give it a try. Okay, we've made it up. That's what I was hoping. Oh my. A wall over here. I know all of y'all were thinking, I wonder if he's gonna find a way up there. Well, I did. Oh my gosh. There's a little wall out here, kind of a perimeter wall. Huh. Let's get around this corner. Look at this tree. Almost looks like it's put here upside down. The upside down tree. Huh. Oh, wow. closer so you can see this. You can see back there in the back where some fires have been. I assume everything here is just crumbled. This would have been much much deeper where I'm at. Look at this. Oh my goodness. It's like a doorway. Isn't this fascinating, people? That there was people that this was their dwelling. Be careful, because I don't know how close to the edge some of this. I mean, it's on the, we're on it. And this is their view. Okay, so I just came up this little piece here to this upper ledge, upper structure. It's not too far down there. A little further over here. It's a little far down over here. But look at this doorway. I'm sorry about the sun here in your eyes. It's just, that's where the sun's at. I can get through there, but I don't know if I want to. I think I'd rather come around. Huh. Yeah. I know what's under me right here. Let me just go around here. Oh my. Look at this. Very, very strange. Huh. I don't even know what to say here. What is that? You know, a lot of these had burials in it. I'm not saying that's what that is, but I'm trying to figure out what I'm looking at here. There's a structural piece there, structural piece here, and then you have the roof that still has the fibers. Huh. Let alone the windows. And look at this little guy. Purposely done. Flat rock up on top. I don't know what this is. Maybe you guys have an idea what I'm looking at here. I'll try to take a photo. These vertical pieces here don't actually look like they've fallen. They look like perhaps they was like a door, like a wall. See how they're stacked here? It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll peek over here. I don't know, I'm getting a little bit weirded out up here. That's a thing, I don't know. Like here's another one of those. Like where does this go? I don't know, people. This tiny little doorway here to my left. This is really odd. This is very, very odd for me. You can see, I'm not going to touch it, but you can see on the inside of this where it's protected, how this whole thing is plastered. So likely the outside was plastered in the same way. It's just weathered from, and boy, would have it blended in if it was plastered like this. It's just the light coming through that doorway. Now we're kind of getting over here into these last couple. See, we got this really small doorway right there. Could be a window, I guess. Perhaps what this is right here has filled up with debris from the walls coming down. But if you'll notice, I mean, the width is so small. It can't be a doorway. And look, these are this fortification or something maybe, because the view out the windows, they're definitely portals. Huh. Here's a little bit of caved into this back room. I don't know, I think this is it. Let's have a view out. Let's look out these windows and see what the view. Now these rocks are, whoo, they are on the edge of the edge right here. So get in here without touching anything except the dirt. So this is their view. Just zoom in and see. So they're looking at canyon edge over here. And over here, sun's coming through that one, but I think you can get the point here. This find was not even on my radar. I did not come into this area expecting this. Questions and more questions. Built on the summit of an enormous upthrust of rock, similar to what I found earlier, but at a much larger scale. Exploring the ruins left me even more confused. No evidence of cooking or cobs of corn, but chamber rooms, individual alcoves dug out in recesses. It left me speculating that someone or something had been buried or stored here. And why the small lookout windows? This castle in the sky was hundreds of miles from where I usually explore. It felt different than other cliff houses. Maybe not a home at all or a house at all, but perhaps a watchtower, perhaps a resting place for the dead. Either way, I felt extremely blessed to have found this place. I also had a deep feeling that this site demanded respect. Deep into the evening, my son and I talked about how fortunate and how blessed we were to have an adventure that few ever get to experience. All the while, not knowing the next morning, we would find an artifact that few will ever see. An item so rare to find in situ that words fail me to express. The odds are much lower than 1 in a million. Suffice it to say, the last record I could find of something like this being found was over 7 years ago. So come along and let's experience this together. Have you not subscribed yet?
Impossible to score, so I dream on to someday find that vintage love.
All right, guys, this is really exciting. We're glassing and we're always looking for these little structures like where walls have crumbled down and things like that. And we're over here in the shadows glassing this area. And right in one of these areas where it looks like it could be interesting, we found a spherical shape. And I don't know what it is. It's extremely odd. Shadows obviously aren't odd. There's a million of them out here, but this is extremely odd. So we're going to check it out, see what it is. Don't want to get my hopes up yet, but we're always looking. So we'll see what we find. Hard for me to show you right here exactly what I'm looking at because it's so far away, but I'll put on the screen what I'm seeing through my binoculars. Pretty excited about it. It's really odd to see a shape like this. So I think let's go check it out, see what we found. As they say, this might be a wild goose chase, but that geometric circle that I was able to see from the other side has me intrigued, so. All this starts looking the same once you get over here. Just trying to figure out where I'm supposed to be. I think, oh my God, it is. It is a pot, Noah. Check this out. Oh my gosh, guys. We were right. Oh my goodness. Can you see it laying up there in that little crack? Oh, oh my goodness. What is the odds that we could, that's incredible. That's absolutely incredible. Sorry guys, with my video. I'll try to do a better job here. That is definitely not a shadow. It's not that is a circular. The only thing that can be is pottery. I don't know yet if it's whole but it definitely is. Unreal. That is so worth the, I'd lift it up and show you, but the sun gets this terrible footage. Right there, you can see it in between the two. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's go check it out. All right, guys, as excited as I am, I thought it would be, I better slow down and document what's happening. So there's a pot right there, and we do a lot of hunting, my son and I, so we have really large binoculars. So sometimes when we're trying to find a particular cliff dwelling or something like that, we're trying to find like a little tiny wall, a little stacked rock or something like that. And so we use our huge binos we have to do that. I mean, like 30 power. And we find these little structures because everybody can find the big ones. But it's like just documenting these little obscure places to see how rare, how many people lived in areas like this. Well, when you pick up a geometric shape, you can see a couple more up here above me that's a little bit oval. And from a distance, they look shadowed, right? But when you see something almost perfect, a sphere like that, it's like, something's odd in the lighting. Listen, everything's got to be just right. I mean, I could scan the cliffs out here in front of me for 2 days, and with all the shadows and everything, you wouldn't see it. But it's there. We haven't got to it yet, but I feel very confident we can. We've got the drone up in the air. We're going to get some footage of it from up there. But of course, as you guys know on my shows, the films we put together, when we find something, we don't tell where it's at. So don't ask me where this pot is at. I'll film it when I'm coming back off of this thing, and I'll show you it's still there. I will not take it. It's there, and it's, look, I don't even know. I haven't even seen it up close yet. I can't even tell you if it's ancestral Puebloan or what, but it's got to be, because there's no other way it could even look. You'd have to know where I'm at to know how rare this is. So okay, look at this craziness right here. So there's this little pocket back here. I think, look what I'm standing on here. Do you see? You see down in this crack here? It's kind of a void. You can kind of see down over here, quite a ways down over there. That pot is on the other side of that wall. So I think, you know, it's sandstone. I think over thousands of years, this has separated. This probably wasn't this way. This was probably a storage for water going down to the river. Oh, I'm trying to see under here. I don't know if I can even see it yet. Man, I don't even know if I'm in the right spot. I can't see it. I am in the right spot, aren't I? The moment I discovered this pot is something I'll carry with me the rest of my life. I always hoped I might stumble upon something this extraordinary someday, but I never imagined it would happen so soon. As I've grown older and learned to listen more closely to the voices of the past, I've come to understand that I didn't truly find this piece. It found me. This ancient vessel, placed here ages ago, chose this moment to reveal itself. With that understanding, I approached as closely as I could to document it with my camera. And now, I will leave it resting in situ, waiting for the next person it decides to reveal itself to. Remember, these places and the people who came before us deserve our reverence. Tread lightly, honor the land, and always show respect to the artifacts and the stories they hold. If you like that video, make sure to check out the Outer Range YouTube channel where we have videos just like this. If you want to see our newest adventures, make sure to click subscribe so you will get the notifications.